Today we will be looking at how to write a simple sentence containing a subject and two verbs, called a subject-verb-verb sentence. To write any simple sentence we have previously learned, we can use the mnemonic called the PENS strategy. So what is our first step in the PENS strategy? Our first step, yes, is to pick the formula. What formula will we pick if we want to write a sentence with one subject and two verbs? Yes, we will want to write a SVV sentence, a subject-verb-verb. What is our next step in the PENS strategy? Yes, looking back at the formula, our next step is explore words to fit the formula. Who has a subject and two verbs that go with that subject? Remember, the subjects can be people, places, things, qualities, or ideas. Let's start with brainstorming as a class a subject for our sentence. So, we'll brainstorm cat, school, and fish. Great, now that we have explored some subjects to fit our formula, excuse me, let's pick one to focus on to help us know what verbs to explore. Let's focus on the subject cat. We must remember that the two verbs we pick, the subject has to be able to do both those verbs. So, what are some verbs that cats can do? Cats can run, they can jump, they can cry or meow, they can sleep, they can eat, and they play. Awesome. Now that we've explored some words, what is our next step in PENS? Yes, our next step is to note the words. So we're going to go with our subject cat and the verbs played and ran. So, played and run, play and run. It's time to write our sentence now. What sentence should we write with the words cat, play, and run? We could write the cat ran and played around the house. I'll make that easier to see. The cat, not the can. The cat ran and played around the house. Now we have a sentence. So now that we've noted the words and wrote our sentence, what is our next step in PENS? Yes, the next step is to search and check. We do this using the mnemonic we have learned for mark, which is right over here on this side. We need to search for the verbs and subject to see if we actually wrote the type of sentence we intended to write, which was a subject-verb-verb sentence. Then we need to check for a capital letter and a period and see whether it makes sense. This is all included in the mark strategy. So what is our first step of the mark in search and check? Yes, we want to mark out any imposters. What will you look for first to find imposters? Yes, we're looking for infinitives using the word to. Okay, do we see the word to in our sentence? The cat ran and played around the house? No, we do not. So what else may we be looking for as an imposter? A prepositional phrase. So do we have any prepositional phrases in our sentence? The cat ran and played around the house. We can refer to our chart, our preposition chart, and we can see that around the house is a prepositional phrase. So we are going to cross it out and put a P over around the house. Like that. Okay. Around the house is a prepositional phrase. We'll put the P over it, and around the house is where the cat is running and playing, so that's why we know it's a prepositional phrase. So now that we have marked out our imposters, what is our next step in mark? Yes, we are going to ask, are there any verbs in my sentence? Let's look at our sentence and decide if we have any action or linking verbs in this sentence. Is the word the or cat an action or linking verb? No, they are not. Is ran an action or linking verb? Yes, so I'll write a V over it to see it's a verb. Is and an action or linking verb? No, but it gives me a clue to keep going. Anytime there is an and immediately following a verb, there might be another verb. Is played an action or linking verb? Yes, it's an action verb. So we're going to put a V over played. I can't stop here because I can stop here now because all that's left is the prepositional phrase that we have already crossed out around the house. You'll notice that I kept going all the way to the end of the sentence. Great job, we have now found our verbs in a sentence. Now that I have found the verbs, what is our next step in mark? Yes, we are going to root out the subject. We are going to ask who or what ran and played around the house. The cat, right. The cat ran and played. A cat can run and a cat can play. Now that we have found our subject, we will write an S over the cat. However, I can't stop here because I know that there might be more than one subject in a sentence. I don't see the word and after cat, and that's a clue that there probably isn't another subject there. Is there any other word in this sentence that answers the question who or what ran and played? No, so just the cat is our subject. Alright, now what is our last step in mark? Yes, we are going to key in on the beginning, ending, and middle. And meaning. I knew I was going to say that, meaning. Let's first go to the beginning of the sentence and make sure there is a capital. The is capitalized, so we are good there. Now let's look at the end of the sentence. Is there correct punctuation? No, there is not. So the cat ran and played around the house. That looks like it needs a period. And now let's look at the meaning. Does the sentence make sense? The cat ran and played around the house. Yes, the sentence makes sense. Good. We are all done for today.